What's up guys, it's That. This is going to be a little bit of a quicker video, but I've been routinely asked by a lot of people about the buffs Legion received and where I think some of their add-ons now lie on a tier list. Rather than giving you a 20-minute video going over basically the same add-ons and explaining why they are basically the same, I decided to just make this quick video going over some simple stuff. So if you are living under a rock and just completely unaware, yes, Legion did in fact get buffed this patch. Now, they were also nerfed at the same time, with mending being quicker by 2 seconds for both self and cooperative actions, but that really doesn't matter because the important stuff is Feral Frenzy itself. It now lasts 1 extra second. Its recharge is 5 seconds quicker than before. The speed bonus now grants you 0.24 meters per second instead of 0.2. The cooldown when you exit Frenzy is now 2.5 seconds. Previously this was 3. And your speed in your cooldown is now 2.3, previously this was 2.07. To compensate, Mischief List and Mural Sketch got nerfed, as you can see on screen here, while Scratch Ruler has stayed effectively the same. I say Mural Sketch got nerfed even though the numeric value in game is technically higher, because its add-ons description is listed in a really weird way. Instead of saying it increases the speed bonus by X amount, it just says it increases it to the final amount, which right now is 0.32, whereas before it was 0.3. So technically it's a buff, but I think the add-on is just less valuable overall. Instead, I honestly think that you should be using some of these add-ons instead. Mischief List is not really useful anymore. I mean, yeah, it's still 1 extra second, and if you ask me where it is on a tier list, I would say A tier. But when it comes to the actual value from the add-on itself, you're basically getting an 11% increase to Feral Frenzy's duration, which I don't think really matters a whole lot given the other buffs he's received. Instead, I would recommend you use add-ons like Fuming Mixtape and Iridescent Button. Iridescent Button specifically is really good with the new buffed cooldown time when exiting Frenzy, so you can sort of become like a palette shredding machine. Scratched Ruler, even though it was made base kit, since it was not nerfed at all, it's even better than it was before, now giving you a 10-second power recharge, which is incredibly fast. Because of how Legion's recharge works, you're really only waiting 7.5 seconds because 2.5 of the 10 seconds you spend in your actual cooldown. So that's pretty neat. Frank's Mixtape is still just as viable as it was before. I know a lot of people still think this add-on is really terrible, but let me tell you, especially now that Mischief List is partially base kit, Frank's Mixtape is even better because you can now actually negate any distance that you've lost when you went to go kick a generator or break a wall that was between you and the survivor. It's really, really useful for giving your power more utility, and it also opens up a lot more perk options for the killer as well. BFFs is even better because of the cooldown being reduced, so you can power cancel, get out of your Feral Frenzy a little bit quicker with the higher speed from BFFs in the end game as well. It's super nice. Glad to see this add-on is in a better state overall, because yeah, while it is fun, I will admit it's pretty gimmicky, and without other haste perks to compensate, it can feel a little underwhelming at times. Side note, I'm very scared about the upcoming haste and hinder changes. I hope honestly behavior either walks back on it or compensates with like further buffs through all kinds of things in the game, because haste is really fun to play with in moderation. I think it's fine. Of course, I do understand in certain builds it could be a little insane, but BFFs plus NOAD was totally fine. Some of the add-ons that I also would recommend, I don't have like a proper slide for this, so I'm just going to use like my tier list slide. Some of the add-ons I still really like to recommend is Filthy Blade. This add-on still increases the mending time by 4 seconds. Despite mending being nerfed, this add-on is still very good. I would also still quite recommend Friendship Bracelet. This is probably now Legion's best quote-unquote chained hit add-on. It basically just lets you lunge further in Feral Frenzy. It's the effective coup de grace, but all the time. Susie's Mixtape is also pretty valuable at points, and Stylish Sunglasses in a multitude of builds has its moments. I honestly think that Never Sleep Pills is not particularly worth running currently, just because base Frenzy feels a whole lot better. But if you're still really addicted to that extra Frenzy time, then yes, you're going to want to slap on Never Sleep Pills, but you're still going to want to use Mural Sketch with the lower speed from pills, because let me tell you, pills with the new Legion but without sketch still feels pretty sluggish at points. So definitely still use Never Sleep pills with mural sketch. And as of always, just completely avoid Joey and Julie's mixtape on their own. They're really terrible. Joey's mixtape's not good in literally any builds because Legion can't see blood for some stupid reason, and also because people just tend not to heal against Legion, so damage usually doesn't matter. Julie's mixtape is really only good if you're starting out as Legion and you're having trouble with pallets and evading stuns, or if you want to specifically use the Eerie button Julie's mixtape enduring build, which is, let's be honest, really fun to use. So that's really all I have to say. I think Legion is definitely stronger than he once was. He went from basically like the bottom of D tier, like bottom 2 killers, to now being the top of D tier without any doubt in my mind. He is significantly stronger than he once was, which is hilarious because he's still really underpowered, but I don't think Behavior is going to be doing anything anytime soon. It took them 3 years to buff Legion the first time, and it took them yet again another 3 years to give us these buffs. Don't expect Legion to receive any other changes anytime soon. I sincerely think this will probably be it for a long time, but that's it. That's the video. You guys have been asking for my thoughts on some things, so here it is. Hope you appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.